Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Royalty USA. I am James Carter, and today I want to start with 6 words. 6 words that a respected royal author said this week, publicly, on the record, to one of the biggest magazines in the world, and they have been echoing around the royal community ever since. 6 words that say everything about where the British monarchy stands right now, and everything about the two people who are keeping it standing. Those 6 words are these: William and Catherine carry the whole thing. That is what Catherine Mayer, one of Britain's most respected and widely published royal authors, told People magazine this week. Not a rumor, not an anonymous source. A named, credible, experienced author who has spent decades studying and writing about the British royal family. William and Catherine carry the whole thing. And today I want to tell you exactly what she meant. Because behind those 6 words is a story that is bigger, more complicated, more urgent, and more extraordinary than most people realize. It is the story of a monarchy under pressure, of a family navigating illness, scandal, and shrinking numbers, and of two people, a future king and a future queen, who have stepped into the gap and are holding everything together with quiet, determined, extraordinary grace. Let us start with the big picture. Because to understand why those 6 words carry so much weight right now, you need to understand the situation the British royal family is actually in. King Charles is 77 years old. He is still undergoing cancer treatment. He has shown remarkable courage and determination in continuing his public duties, including a hugely successful recent visit to the United States. But the reality is that his energy is finite, and his time in a demanding public role is limited. Insiders close to the palace have told the press, carefully and quietly, that time is not on anyone's side. Queen Camilla continues to support the king. Princess Anne, the hardest-working royal in the family by almost any measure, is stretching herself as thin as she ever has. Prince Edward and his wife Sophie are doing their part, but all of them are aging. All of them are, as Catherine Mayer put it to People magazine, stretched thin, and none of them are young. And then there are the complications that have nothing to do with age. Prince Andrew, the king's brother, continues to live under the shadow of his association with the late Jeffrey Epstein. He has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, but the controversy has not faded. It sits there quietly, as what Queen Elizabeth's former press secretary, Ailsa Anderson, described this week as a throbbing wound in the background. And then there is Prince Harry. The relationship between Prince Harry and the rest of the royal family remains, by every account, as complicated and painful as it has ever been. The rift that began when he and Meghan Markle stepped back from royal duties in 2020 has not healed. The books, the documentaries, the interviews, the public statements, all of it has left marks that do not disappear overnight. And the energy that the family spends managing that situation, quietly, carefully, always in the background, is energy that cannot be spent elsewhere. So that is the picture: an aging working roster, a king in cancer treatment, a background of family scandal and public rift, a monarchy that is, in the blunt assessment of multiple royal experts this week, more fragile than it has appeared in decades. And in the middle of all of that, standing steady, working harder than ever, and doing it with a warmth and a presence that no other member of the family can match, are Prince William and Princess Catherine. Catherine Mayer did not stop at 6 words. She went further. She told People magazine, "There is no institution without them, no institution, not a weaker institution, not a diminished institution, no institution at all." That is how significant she believes Prince William and Princess Catherine are to the survival and the future of the British monarchy. And Ailsa Anderson, who served as press secretary to Queen Elizabeth II, who watched that great monarch navigate decades of challenge and change with extraordinary skill, she agreed completely. She told People magazine that it was integral for Princess Catherine to be out there in the public, that the recent Italy trip, Princess Catherine's first overseas solo visit since her cancer diagnosis, came at exactly the right moment for the monarchy, that the institution needs her. Needs her star power, her warmth, her ability to connect with people of every background and every nationality, her genuine passion for the causes she has devoted her working life to. And royal author Russell Myers, who has just published a new biography of the couple titled William and Catherine, The Intimate Inside Story, added his voice to this picture. He told the press there is no denying that everyone concerned has been missing the princess's star quality. She is a huge draw wherever she goes. Missing. That word. Everyone has been missing her. The public, the press, the palace, the institution itself. During the months that Princess Catherine was absent from public life, fighting cancer, recovering, rebuilding, something was missing from the monarchy that nobody else could fill. Not because she is the most senior royal, not because of her title or her position in the line of succession, but because of who she is. Because of the quality she brings to every room she walks into, because of the way she makes people feel seen and valued and connected to something larger than themselves. And now, she is back, fully, confidently, powerfully back. The Italy trip proved it beyond any doubt. 3,000 people turned up in a medieval Italian piazza to welcome her. The mayor of Reggio Emilia gave her an honor that no British royal had ever received before. Italian teachers cried when she walked into their classrooms. The Italian press called her La Principessa dei Bambini, the children's princess. An Italian journalist stood on camera and said they see her as a story that follows Diana. And she came home to Windsor, to Prince William and George and Charlotte and Louis, carrying everything she had learned and everything she had felt, ready to do more. Marie Claire magazine, reporting on the same People magazine story this week, said something that I think is the most important summary of where things stand right now. They wrote that after years of being called work-shy, a criticism that was leveled at both Prince William and Princess Catherine at various points in their earlier royal careers, they are now amping up their royal projects on their own terms. On their own terms. Not because they were pushed, not because the institution demanded it, but because they chose it, because they are ready, because they understand completely and deeply what is at stake. And what is at stake, according to every expert quoted this week, is nothing less than the future of the British monarchy itself. Now I want to tell you something about Prince William that I think gets lost sometimes in all the conversation about Princess Catherine's comeback and her star power and her extraordinary Italy trip, because William is not standing in her shadow. He is standing beside her, and he is doing his own extraordinary work. Quietly, consistently, without the headlines that seem to follow his wife everywhere she goes. While Princess Catherine was in Italy, Prince William was in Birmingham, opening a mental health center for men in crisis. He has been championing the Earthshot Prize, his global environmental initiative, with increasing passion and ambition. He attended the FA Cup final. He is preparing for what insiders say will be a significant overseas schedule of his own in the second half of 2026, including the Earthshot Prize ceremony in Mumbai in November. And he has been, by every account from those close to the family, the steadiest and most supportive presence in Princess Catherine's recovery and return, the person who held everything together at home so that she could go out and do what she was born to do. Richard Fitzwilliams, speaking to GB News, said that Princess Catherine will be a standout member of the firm and a key to the family in 2026. He pointed out that both Waleses are enormously popular, William at 74% approval and Catherine at 75% in the most recent YouGov polling. Nobody else in the royal family comes close to those numbers. Not King Charles, not Queen Camilla, not Princess Anne. William and Catherine are not just the future of the monarchy. They are, right now, its present. And there is one more thing I want to say, because I think it explains why so many people around the world, including the millions of Americans who follow the royal family with such devotion, feel so strongly about Prince William and Princess Catherine. It is not just about the titles. It is not just about the palaces or the ceremonies or the history. It is about who they are as human beings. They have been through the worst together: cancer, family rupture, public scrutiny of an intensity that most of us cannot imagine. And they have come out the other side, not diminished, but stronger. Not closed off and defensive, but more open, more purposeful, more committed to the work than ever before. Princess Catherine stood in a medieval Italian piazza while thousands of people chanted her name, and she thought about her children waiting for her at home. Prince William opened a mental health center for men in crisis the same day his wife was being celebrated as a future queen. These are people who understand what matters, who have looked at life from its hardest angle and decided to use what they have, their position, their platform, their privilege, in the service of others. That is why a royal author looks at the British monarchy in 2026 and says 6 words. William and Catherine carry the whole thing. Because it is true. Because everyone who has been watching can see it. And because the institution that has stood for 1,000 years is right now resting on the shoulders of 2 people who are more than equal to the weight. I am James Carter. This has been Royalty USA. Tell me in the comments, do you agree that Prince William and Princess Catherine are carrying the royal family right now? And what do you think the future of the monarchy looks like with them at the helm? I read every single comment. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and ring that bell. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and I will see you in the next one.